Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ms. Bohannon made a comment about the Elster contract. I have requested from President Jerry Collins a copy of that contract. Based on the information I did find out, the contract is broken down where $160 million is spent on the purchase of those smart meters and equipment. That's directly to Elster. $50 million of that is to a company called Apex, which is a minority Indian-owned company based out of Virginia. And then $30 million supposedly is being spent on local installation part of the contract. I requested to see the contract in full, so we should have it by the next committee meeting.
And we would like a copy of that, because what we're looking for is the actual breakdown, not the big general numbers, because it's the actual breakdown of the figures that's going to be very important to your colleagues here on the council, and that will actually be determining whether this goes forward at all or not. So please, the breakdown of those numbers is what we're looking for.
Right, and just to remind you that the smart meters discussion will start again in October.
Yes, sir.
Right,
yes.
So, but I will have the contract, and I will provide a copy once I get it.
Yes, and as you get that information, we would like to discuss that on the radio, so I'd like a copy as soon as you can get it. And any information, I've appreciated a lot of the information that has actually come out of Memphis Light, Gas, and Water that people are dropping on my doorstep. And that's something that you folks might want to know also, that we are getting copies of various things from time to time. And I don't know how people know where I live unless it's because I'm having to give my address every time that I come here to the city council. And almost is what my wish list would be, not that Santa Claus
Ms.
or the Easter...
Bohannon, please summarize. Please summarize.
You want me to summarize?
I do want you to summarize. Yes,
sir,
ma'am.
I'm trying to do that. That these documents that are being dropped on my porch, I don't know how they're getting there or who's delivering them. I'm not asking any questions. But what I would like to say is people are really, really fed up with what's going on in the city of Memphis, and this is going to give them a pressure valve. And I appreciate that extra bit of time, and also anything that any of you have to say to me, I would appreciate it being public and on the record. Mr. Bill Boyd. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Bohannon. Let me continue to recognize Mr. Boyd. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Real quick, just wanted to ask council to consider suspending the rules. As you guys know, we have passed a moratorium, 120-day moratorium in council last council meeting. And we had a situation where a gentleman was building a parking garage in the back of his property. He bought a building for his daughter for her to live in. And the day the architects finally finished the drawings, the moratorium was in effect. So ONES is passing out a resolution and Josh Whitehead actually had a chance to see it and approved it. So I want to ask you guys for your consideration so that this gentleman could get a building permit to actually build his garage in the rear of his property.
Okay, first order of business will be to add this to the agenda. Does anyone object to adding this for consideration tonight? Without objection, it's added.